Right now, you feel like you live in the present, this exact moment, happening live, as you watch. But that feeling is a beautiful lie. You have never once lived in the present, not for a single instant of your life. Everything you experience already happened. You are always a little late to your own life. Your brain just hides the delay from you. Let's pull back that curtain and see how late you really are. This is one of the strangest truths about you. It hides in every second you have ever lived. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Your sense of now will never feel the same. So let's follow a single moment, step by step, from the world to your eyes, to you. Start with something simple. You see a candle. Light leaves that flame and races toward your eye. Light is the fastest thing in the universe. Yet even light takes time to arrive. From a candle, that time is tiny. But from the moon, light takes over a second. From the sun, 8 whole minutes. The sunlight warming you left the sun long ago. You never see the sun as it is now, only as it was. Minutes in the past. Every star you see is a memory of light. Some of them died before you were born. The night sky is a postcard from the past. Even your own face is slightly out of date. Mirror light must travel out and back again. So you greet an older version of you. Reach out. And even that touch lands late. So even seeing is never truly live. Now add sound, and it gets stranger. Sound crawls compared to light. You see lightning, then wait for thunder. The flash and the boom left at the same time, but they reach you seconds apart. Light wins the race to your senses. Your world arrives in pieces, out of step, different speeds, different arrival times, and yet it all feels perfectly synced. That smoothness is your brain covering its tracks. Now the bigger delay, your own brain. Light hits your eye in an instant, but the eye does not show you anything. It turns light into tiny electric signals. Those signals crawl along your nerves. Then your brain has to make sense of them, sorting shape, color, motion, meaning. All of that takes time. Real time. Roughly 80 milliseconds before you are aware. 80 thousandths of a second of lag. It sounds small, and it is, but it means awareness always arrives late. By the time you know, it is already over. You live inside a constant tiny delay. Think about what that delay should mean. A world always 80 milliseconds behind. You would be clumsy, always reaching too late. Catching a ball would be impossible. By the time you saw it, it would have moved. Yet you catch the ball with ease. So how does a late brain feel on time? It cheats. Brilliantly. Your brain does not wait for reality. It predicts what is about to happen. It runs a model of the world, a constant best guess of right now. It takes that 80 millisecond delay and quietly fills it with a prediction. So the late signal lands where you already looked. Reality and prediction snap together, and the delay vanishes from your experience. You feel on time because you were guessed forward. The present you feel is a forecast. Your brain shows you the future it expects, then corrects it when reality catches up. Most of the time, the guess is perfect. Watch yourself catch that ball again. You do not aim where the ball is. You aim where it is going to be. Your brain draws the arc before it happens. Your hand moves to the future, and the ball arrives right on cue. You caught a prediction, not a ball. Every catch is a tiny act of fortune-telling. This guessing leaves fingerprints we can find. Picture a glowing dot moving steadily. Beside it, a second dot flashes once. They line up exactly in that instant, but your brain does not see them aligned. The moving dot looks ahead of the flash, because your brain predicted it forward. The steady dot got a forecast. The flash did not, so they split apart before your eyes. An illusion built from your brain guessing ahead. Motion itself can be faked the same way. Watch a fast spinning wheel. Sometimes its spokes seem to freeze. Sometimes they seem to spin backward. Your brain samples motion in tiny snapshots, then guesses the movement in between. Guess wrong, and the wheel runs in reverse. Even smooth motion is partly invented. Your brain does not only guess forward, it also rewrites moments after they happen. Scientists call this post-diction. A later event can change what you just felt. Picture a dot that flashes red, then green. You may see it smoothly change color between a color shift you never actually saw. Your brain invented the middle from the ends. Tap a wrist, then an elbow, then a shoulder. People feel phantom taps hopping up the arm, like a tiny rabbit running across the skin. Taps that never happened, felt clearly. The future quietly edited your past. Your now is still being rewritten as it sets. So the now you live in is a model, a smooth story your brain keeps updating, polished, seamless, and slightly ahead of reality. You never touch the raw world directly, only this edited, predicted version of it, a controlled, useful kind of dream. Your brain even edits time itself. Glance quickly at a ticking clock. The first second often seems frozen, as if the hand forgot to move. This is called chronostasis. When your eyes jump, they go briefly blind. Your brain hates a gap in the story, so it backfills the blank with what comes next. It stretches that first moment to hide the blink, and time appears to briefly stand still, a seam in reality, stitched shut by your mind. Your eyes are not the smooth cameras you think. They dart in quick jumps called saccades, several times every single second. During each jump, you are essentially blind. The world would smear into a blur. So your brain switches off the blur. It shows still frames and hides the motion. You think you saw one smooth scene. You actually saw a stitched slideshow. Your seamless world has hidden cuts everywhere. Look around and the world seems complete, sharp and detailed from edge to edge. But that completeness is mostly invented. Only a tiny center of your vision is sharp. Everything around it is vague and faint. Yet you never notice the blur, because your brain fills in the rest. Each eye even has a real blind spot, a gap where the nerve leaves the eye. You should see a hole in the world. Instead, your brain paints right over it, matching the colors all around the gap. Your seamless view is partly a careful guess. Your reality has holes you will never feel. Here is a strange piece of evidence. Try to tickle yourself. You can't. Yet anyone else can do it easily. The difference is prediction. Your brain forecasts your own movements. It knows your touch before it lands. So it cancels the sensation as boring. No surprise, no tickle. Another hand is not predicted at all. So that touch arrives raw and surprising. You feel your own past, edited in advance. Prediction shapes what you hear too. In noise, you hear what you expect. Half-caught words snap into meaning. Sometimes you hear words never spoken. Your expectations finish the sentence for you. The same trick rules what you see. You perceive the world you predict. Surprise is just a prediction that failed, and that failure is how you learn. Now the hardest trick your brain pulls. Your senses run at different speeds. Light reaches your eyes almost instantly. Sound takes longer to arrive. Touch from your toe is slowest of all. Its signal climbs a long path to your brain. Touch from your nose is much quicker. Same instant. But the signals arrive scattered. A messy pile of out-of-order moments. It should feel like chaos. Instead, it feels like one clean instant. How? Your brain simply waits. It holds the fast signals back a little until the slow ones can catch up. Then it binds them into a single now. Sight, sound, and touch, fused together, stitched into one smooth experience. But waiting costs time, so your now is built slightly in the past. A delayed broadcast, edited to feel live. Your brain works in small editing windows. Each one gathers a slice of events, then arranges them into a tidy order. Sometimes it even reorders what happened, putting later things before earlier ones. If that makes the story make more sense, you experience the edit, not the footage, the final cut, never the raw tape. Your brain even guesses where your body is. In one famous trick, a fake hand is stroked, while your real hand is hidden away. Both are brushed at the very same time. Soon, your brain adopts the fake hand. It feels like part of you. Threaten it, and you flinch. Your sense of your body is a guest too, a model your brain can be talked into. Notice you can react before you consciously decide. Touch something hot, and you pull back first. The pain arrives in your mind afterward. Your body acted in the real present. Your awareness showed up late. As always, the conscious you is the last to know. It gets stranger with your own choices. Decide to move your hand whenever you like. It feels like you choose in that instant. But brain scans tell a different story. A wave of activity builds before you decide. Your brain starts the action first. Then you feel the decision arrive. The conscious choice comes after the fact. Even your will is reported with a delay. You narrate a decision already in motion. Late to your senses, late to your choices. This forecasting is also what skill is. An expert reads the future faster. A pro returns a serve before it lands. A driver brakes before the danger appears. A musician hears the next note coming. Your brain is always racing ahead, living a half second in its own forecast. The better the guess, the smoother life feels. We are all gentle fortune tellers. So let's be honest about the present. It is not a window onto reality. It is a construction, rebuilt moment to moment. Late data, smoothed and guessed into shape. A story your brain tells about right now. Scientists call it a controlled hallucination. Not a wild dream, but a disciplined one. Tied to reality. Corrected when wrong, but still a creation of your mind. The present is your most convincing artwork, and the past you keep is built the same way. Memory is not a recording you replay. It is rebuilt fresh each time you recall it, slightly changed by who you are now. So your past is a story, like your present, both written by the same careful brain. You live inside a tale told just for you, constantly drafted, never quite finished. So where do you actually live? Not in the present. You never could. You live a fraction of a second behind. In the now, your brain already finished building. Every sight is a little bit history. Every sound, an echo already gone. Every touch, a memory by the time you feel it. You are not watching the world live. You are remembering it, beautifully and instantly. Think about what that really means. No one has ever touched the true present. Not you. Not anyone who ever lived. We are all a heartbeat behind the world, each of us alone inside our own delay. Yet we meet in this shared late moment, and it feels somehow perfectly alive. That is the quiet magic of your brain, turning old light into a living now. Living in the past is not a flaw. It is the only way perception can work. A late, edited, predicted present is the only present you will ever have. So the next time this moment feels live, remember, it already happened, and your brilliant brain just caught you up.